God damn, I couldn't see a thing in this episode. Does anyone know what happened? Just kidding. Today I'll be reviewing and recapping the third episode for the final season of Game of Thrones, and I'll be previewing next week's episode too, so sit back and let's talk. Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Review of Thrones. I'm your amazing, spectacular host, Detective Artemis, and before we go on, hit that thumbs up button because I know it, you know it, Sam knows it. You really want to like this, please? In this video I will be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't caught up with Game of Thrones yet, make sure you hit that watch it button on this video, go and watch the episode, and then come back and join the discussion. Go. So with that being said, spoilers ahead. We finally made it to the Battle of Winterfell, and goddamn was it intense. After 8 years of waiting, winter finally came. Horde. This episode was anxiety driven from beginning to end, and I loved it. I also loved the beginning of the episode with the anticipation for the White Walker attack, and that beautiful soundtrack of the pulsating bass just really added to the tension, and I thought it was really cool. And good work, sound crew, because who thought just a bass pulsating would make you feel really uneasy? It worked for me. I'm like, get it over with! Melisandre shows up to help out by lighting all the Dothraki sickles with some cool ass fire magic that gave us a beautiful shot. Unfortunately for the Dothraki soldiers, they died within seconds, so there goes that. All the flames went out like a goddamn birthday cake. So sad. She also said that she'll be dead pretty much by the end of the episode, thus spoiling her own death. Tom Holland, is that you under there? I would love to be Tom Holland's girlfriend because I know he'll spoil me. As you can imagine, when the shit hit the fan, things got pretty fucking crazy really fast. This was the biggest battle ever to be filmed on TV, with an hour and a half going front to back, people dying left and right. It was the biggest battle since the Battle of the Bastards, and goddamn, that was pretty cool too. I can only imagine how hard it was to shoot this thing and even edit it. You know what? Editors, we are the unsung heroes. You're welcome. I love the scene where Arya and the Whites were playing hide and seek in that one room. It gave it a very, very tense, claustrophobic feel, and I thought it was pretty rad. It was also beautifully shot. I didn't know what the hell was gonna happen. I got my wish and I finally got to see a fucking dragon fight, and goddamn, that was cool. When they were up in the clouds, it reminded me of Batman and his Batwing. Childhood. I loved how the undead just used themselves to make bridges and walls and just climb over each other like in fucking World War Z. But if my dad was in the episode, he would absolutely wreck that Night King way sooner and drink a Pepsi afterwards. I didn't like it when Jon Snow was finally approaching the Night King for the highly anticipated one-on-one battle that I personally wanted to see. Until the Night King just bitches out and summons more Whites and then runs away to leave Jon fighting the Horde by himself. You robbed me of that fight, Game of Thrones. You robbed me. Just like Avengers robbed me of a Hulk and Thanos fight. I wanted to see that. Give me what I want. What I really, really want. Now let's see who died in this episode. Dolores said Commander of the Night Watch was stabbed in the face after he saved Sam. And what did Sam do? Sam ran away. God damn Sam. Beric Dondarrion, the leader of the Brotherhood Without Banners, was stabbed multiple times after him and Arya and Hound are running from the Whites. He just got shanked up pretty hard like he was in a fucking prison fight. We also learned the purpose of his multiple resurrections by the Lord of Light. He was there to make sure Arya fulfills her destiny. And that was his sole purpose, to make sure he lives. He was kind of like her Terminator. And what was her ultimate destiny? Don't worry, we'll get into that. Lyanna Mormont died like a fucking boss when she stabbed that giant White right in the eye as she's being crushed by him. She did way more work than Sam. God damn Sam. And then she came back as a White Walker for a second, only to do nothing else afterwards. Theon dies by running to the Night King to fight him head on to protect Bran, but is stabbed and died super quick. All I was picturing during this moment was that Foo Fighters song My Hero playing in the background. Thank you, Theon. You had one of the best character developments in the entire series. You will not be forgotten. Don't you forget about me. The Night King gets killed by Arya fucking Stark. Who would have thought? It was easily one of the best moments in the entire show, and I thought she was gonna die. But no, she stabs him with a dagger she dropped in like fucking super slow motion, and then he just shatters into a bunch of ice cubes. That'd be a good time to get your drink already. She also killed him with that dagger that was meant to kill Bran all those years ago, and now it was used to save him. Fucking poetic justice. That dagger has been through some shit. The White Walkers, Whites, and even Viserion all die after the Night King dies because that's just what happens. Jon Snow was right. He nailed that Queen Bee vampire master thing. They all just died again. That cheeky bastard. Wait, he ain't no bastard no more? Ser Jorah, king of the Friendzone, died saving his beloved Khaleesi. Of course he would. Even as he was dying, she couldn't even give him a fucking kiss for all his efforts and sacrifice. She's like, oh, it's okay, thanks, bestie. You're like a brother to me. You know, his last words should have been, bitch. And finally, Melisandre dies after serving her purpose to help out everyone. She dropped her choker that was keeping all her youth, and then she just walks away and her age catches up to her, and she dies within seconds. She gets old and dies, and that's it for her. Redemption achieved. Thank you, Melisandre. You were very weird in the beginning, but you had a pretty cool scene. And thank you for lighting up most of the episode. Again, what the hell was that? I couldn't see shit. And that's pretty much it. Easily one of the best episodes in the entire show. It was action-packed from front to end. It was all literally just a battle. Despite it being over an hour and a half long, I didn't want it to end, and it didn't even feel like it was that long. It felt like it was just a half hour, at least to me. Arya is the fucking MVP of the show right now because that's how you make a badass female character. Yes, offense to Rey and Captain Marvel. So once again, one of the best episodes, and I cannot wait for next week. Speaking of next week, let's take a preview for it.
We have won the Great War. Now we will win the last war. We'll rip her out root and stem.
Well, it looks like Cersei's divide and conquer tactic may have helped a little bit, but they still got 2 dragons on their side. But then again, Cersei probably at this point has way more army than Daenerys and Jon Snow do. So we'll see how it goes, but either way, I'm fucking excited and I cannot wait for the next boss battle, which is Cersei. So what do you guys think of this week's episode? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artemis, and what do we say to the God of Death?